We are ranking the top 10 World Cup match balls that changed football, from early leather lumps stitched by hand to space-age technology loaded with sensors. Some sparked outrage for their wild flight paths. Others became icons just by being easy to spot on television. Expect design secrets, technology flops, and the story behind every unforgettable goal. Which classic sealed the #1 spot in football history? Let us kick off with number 10. In 10th place, the Telstar 1970 rolls onto the pitch as football's original television superstar. No agent, just pure airtime. With 32 black and white hand-stitched leather panels, the Telstar wasn't just a ball, it was a visual revolution. Before this, viewers squinted at muddy brown blobs darting across grainy screens, millions watching in black and white. Its name? Borrowed from the 1962 Telstar satellite, the first to beam television signals across the globe, fitting for a ball designed to be seen. Each Telstar took about 16 hours to stitch together by hand, weighing between 410 and 450 grams. While it didn't change how the game was played, it set the template for what the world thinks a soccer ball looks like. Fun fact, draw a soccer ball from memory, and odds are you'll sketch the Telstar. That's legacy, one panel at a time. Number 9, the Tango Espana 1978 spins onto the scene with an optical illusion that fooled more than a few defenders and probably some art critics. This is the ball that ditched the old black and white for a bold new look, 20 triad graphics forming 12 perfect circles, making it seem like the ball was always in motion, even when it was not. For the first time, the graphics were not just decoration. They told a story, echoing the rhythm and flair of Spanish culture. Underneath, a polyurethane-coated leather shell kept water absorption down to 0.2%, so the ball did not turn into a soggy loaf during downpours. The Tango's underglass print tech meant those crisp motifs stayed sharp, match after match. It was not a technical leap like the Azteca's synthetics, but the Tango's design became the blueprint for the next 5 World Cups. Fun trivia: the name Tango might sound Argentinian, but the design was actually inspired by a Spanish flamenco shoe. So next time you see a circle pattern on a football, tip your hat to the original dance partner. 8th place goes to the Azteca from 1986, the ball that kicked leather to the curb and never looked but a fully synthetic polyurethane-skinned marvel. The Azteca soaked up less than 0.1% of its own weight in water, so even the Mexico City monsoons could not slow it down. Its 32 thermally bonded panels delivered a perfectly round, feather-light feel, and the Aztec calendar graphics gave every pass a stamp of local heritage. Maradona's goal of the century? Laboratory drag tests clocked it at 2% less air resistance than old-school leather, just enough to make defenders sweat. With the Azteca, footballs stopped being sponges and started being science. A fun fact is the name literally means people of the water, ironic for a ball that left water in the dust. Number 7, the Etrusco Unico 1990 arrives with a secret weapon hidden under its classic Italian suit, a black polyurethane foam layer, the first of its kind in World Cup history. This internal core was not just for show. It boosted rebound and gave the ball a livelier, more responsive feel, making passes zip and shots ping off the boot with a satisfying snap. The Etrusco's 20-panel design, wrapped in a water-resistant polyurethane coating, meant it absorbed only 0.2% water, so no more muddy, heavy balls in a downpour. Each triad on the surface features 3 Etruscan lion heads, a nod to the ancient art of Italy, blending football tech with museum-worthy style. The ball's layered construction paved the way for the foam-filled Questra, but the Etrusco was the first to put a spring in every World Cup step. Trivia time. With this much bounce, even defenders started checking their shin guards twice. Number 6, the Questra, 1994. Adidas slipped a polystyrene FOAM core inside, creating a ball so soft and springy that even the grass felt underdressed. Players raved about its rocket-like acceleration. Roberto Baggio famously said the Questra sprinted off the foot, and then, in one of football's most infamous moments, he watched it sprint over the bar in the World Cup final penalty shootout. The Questra's 5-material composite, 20-panel design, and water absorption rate of 0.1% made it a technical marvel. Critics grumbled about unpredictable flight in wet weather, but wind tunnel tests told them to stop blaming the ball. The Starburst graphics and space-age branding tapped into America's NASA obsession, making the Questra as much a pop artifact as a match ball. If you ever wondered when World Cup balls started acting like over-caffeinated ping-pong balls, thank the Questra for foam, flair, and one penalty miss for the ages. Number 5. The Teamgeist 2006 is where the football stopped pretending to be a patchwork quilt and started aiming for pure geometry. Adidas ditched the old 32-panel tradition and unveiled a radical 14-panel, near-seamless design, curved, interlocking, and laser-bonded into a sphere so round, even mathematicians gave it a nod. The goal was fewer seams, less drag, and a ball that could finally claim to be a perfect sphere. On the pitch, strikers like Miroslav Klose praised its reliable flight, but goalkeepers were less thrilled, especially in the rain. Field tests by Politecnico di Milano showed a 5% higher slip coefficient on wet days, making it a handful for keepers like Gianluigi Buffon, who called it a soap bubble in a storm. Despite the occasional slip, over 3 million Teamgeists rolled off the production line. That's a lot of team spirit, and a lot of goalkeepers nervously checking the weather forecast. Number 4. The Telstar 18 from 2018 marks the moment the World Cup ball went digital. Without losing its retro swagger, Adidas resurrected the Telstar name and its classic, pixelated black and white look, but beneath that familiar skin, this was the first World Cup ball to pack an NFC chip. Tap it with your phone, and you could unlock exclusive content or track your own training stats because in 2018, even your football wanted followers. The Telstar 18's 6-panel, thermo-bonded shell kept water uptake under 0.2%, so it handled Russia's rain like a pro. Lab tests showed its flight was as stable as the Brazucas, but the real twist was fan engagement. Over 500,000 users scanned their match balls during the tournament. The pixel graphics were not just nostalgia, they mimicked the fuzz of old television broadcasts, bridging. Trivia time. This ball had more digital friends than most defenders. Welcome to football's smart ball era, with a wink to the past and a chip for the future. Coming to the top 3, the Jabulani of 2010 did not just roll onto the pitch, it exploded into football folklore as the world's most unpredictable match ball. Designed with just 8 thermally bonded panels and a grip and groove texture, it was supposed to guarantee stable flight, but instead it delivered chaos. Players and keepers alike complained. BBC reports from the tournament read like weather warnings, with Joe Hart claiming the ball had a mind of its own. The science was not far behind. A University of Oxford computational fluid dynamics study found Jabulani's side force variability was up to 15% higher than previous balls, with a drag crisis kicking in at around 24 meters per second, right in the sweet spot for free kicks. In plain English, the smoother surface meant the ball slipped from turbulent to laminar airflow too soon, creating those infamous wobble shots. Adidas's marketing called it a celebration. Jabulani means to celebrate in Zulu, but for keepers it was more like a party trick gone wrong. The controversy was so loud, it forced a total rethink for the next World Cup, setting the stage for the much-loved Brazuca. A trivia note, the Jabulani was the first World Cup ball ever tested in a wind tunnel at 30 kilometers per hour, and it was probably the last to make goalkeepers wish for a weather forecast before every shot. In second place, the Brazuca from 2014 pulls off the ultimate comeback, a football designed not by committee, but by democracy. After the Jabulani's wild rides, over 1 million fans worldwide voted for the Brazuca's final look and name, making it the first crowd-approved World Cup ball. Adidas did not just change the paint job, they rebuilt the ball from the bladder out. The Brazuca's 12-panel, 6-layer foam construction was engineered for one thing: predictable, confidence-boosting flight. Its coefficient of restitution, a technical term for bounce, sat right in FIFA's sweet spot, between 0.68 and 0.70, meaning no more knuckleball nightmares. On the pitch, it delivered. Mario Götze's iconic chest and volley winner in the final is now part of Brazuca legend. Lab tests confirmed what players felt. Stable and lively, with no drama. The tropical graphics and capoeira-inspired swirls captured Brazil's spirit, but the real magic was restoring trust in the match ball. Trivia time, the limited Brazuca 10 edition, came with a glitter finish just in case the goals were not shiny enough. And finally, in first place, Al-Rilla 2022 rockets into the spotlight as football's first true cyborg. Its 20-panel speed shell skin hides a suspended IMU, an inertial measurement unit, that feeds real-time data straight to FIFA's semi-automated offside system. Every touch, spin, and swerve is tracked with precision under 10 milliseconds. That means VAR decisions now rely on the ball's own memory, not just a slow-motion replay. The shell itself is a feat. Water uptake is less than 0.1%, so it stays feather-light even in a monsoon. Aerodynamics get a boost from diamond-textured panels, engineered for longer, faster flight. Lab tests called it the fastest World Cup ball ever. But Al-Rilla is not just a tech marvel. It is a green pioneer too, using eco-based inks and adhesives for the first time in World Cup history. The ball's name means the journey in Arabic, and it marks the moment when the match ball became a full-blown data node. Even the ball now gets a say in offside calls. Talk about a game changer, literally. If you think your Sunday League ball is smart, just wait until it starts sending your missed shots straight to the cloud. Across all 10 match balls, one truth emerges. The World Cup is a laboratory for football's wildest experiments. Each ball rewrites the game's feel, triggers fresh controversies, and stamps its ERA on the pitch. The next World Cup won't just crown a champion, it will debut history in motion. Which ball is your favorite?